Good evening, campers, and welcome aboard the Starship Barboria. I'm Commander Exorcist, and it is time once again for Talk O Tuesday. This is my weekly Elite Dangerous show where I pick a Galnet article, read it, talk about it, primarily from a lore perspective, but I will break the fourth wall if necessary. It has been a while since we got a legit Galnet article for us to digest. And so that is what we are going to be doing today. It feels great to be back doing Taco Tuesday and having an article to talk about. So I'm glad that you are here with me. And I don't think I have very much to talk about before we get started. We've got a pretty lengthy article to get into. So let's go ahead and step forward, shall we? Because we've got Brewer's Colonization Boom, which is definitely a thing. So it says migrants are flocking from the core systems to begin new lives in the thousands of recently established colonies. Now, full stop, this is true because my home system, which, by the way, the new background here is Apostles Lighthouse. That is my Exorcist home station. So the home station for me and myself is Apostles Lighthouse in Call 285 sector TON B21-1. And the population of that system earlier this week was just over 200,000 people. That's with several stations active. It's jumped to about 12 million people, or at least the last time I checked. It might be even more, I don't know. But the last time I checked, it was about 12 million people. That's a lot of babies and a lot of people moving in a very short amount of time. So yes, there are migrants flocking to the new systems. We welcome them, and I am glad to have people moving in to our systems to make these stations and these surface ports and all of the stuff that people are building across the galaxy, making it a legit part of the galactic ecosystem. So let's see what's going on. So it says a wave of independent colonization efforts over the past few months have increased human territory considerably. That's an understatement. While many of these star systems have been classified as waypoints with singular docking outposts for journeys between systems with wider infrastructure, a significant number have been expanded with multiple starports and multiple settlements. So this initiative by Brewer Corporation really took off, really did. And there has been an interesting mix of differences between what they call the waypoint star systems, where you do have one station in that system, and it's pretty much built to allow them to colonize another system close by so they can daisy chain. And but then you have systems that are very, very complicated, well built out. I think my system has 8 facilities at the moment, planning to eventually add 2 more, mainly surface installations. I don't think I have it in me to build another giant station, but so yeah, it's really cool to see the balance between the waypoint star systems, and there are some systems that are fully built out, many different starports, many different surface installations, and now they have a robust economy with the recent updates to the game where you're pumping out commodities and there's more people there, and so these are becoming living, breathing parts of the galactic system. It's really awesome to see. It says it is these that billions of people are now heading towards. Okay, had to make sure to figure out how to say that. Are now heading towards in the hope of starting fresh. Workers and their families are starting to arrive in large numbers, bringing with them a major boost to economic output. And we welcome new workers and new migrants at least into my system. I need more people. We need more people to produce things. So we want people to come. I got tourist installations. Come and see these beautiful locations in my system. But yeah, we want this. This is great. With the influx of population, the new colonies will be more capable of producing their own colonization-related commodities, with economies now driven by linking installations and markets placed throughout the system. Analysts believe that over time, the ability to self-sustain expansion efforts will prove vital if the colonies are to be successful in the long term. Okay, so kind of a little bit of an explanation of what this means is the new system that Brewer implemented with this kind of like marketed colonization effort. There was not a lot of information about how the economies functioned in this new system they had designed. And What we know is pretty much what we know about the old school stuff, the static bubble, and what we had determined based on the availability of resources at point A and point B and how that's influenced by the different traffic in the region. And so what we had was a promise from Brewer that these systems would be like this comprehensive economy built, but that stuff wasn't happening. Nothing was happening. We weren't getting anywhere with it. And then all of a sudden, boom, it starts working. And really what that has come down to is Brewer's making a little bit of some tweaks to how a lot of these systems, how they operate. And as we build more systems, the system architects and the colonization system workers, they're realizing what it takes to make these different parts work. So we're learning through experience and through research and new information from Brewer, thank God, that what makes our systems tick. So now it's not just blind putting a station down and hoping that it works. We have a better understanding at this point of how these systems are linked and how their markets function between, say, orbital starports and surface installations. And we're already seeing the benefit with colonization in terms of creating our own commodities. My station doesn't have some of the commodities I need, but it does have a lot of the commodities that I need in system to build more stations in the system. And so it's not fully self-sufficient in terms of colonization efforts, but it's close. It's close. It's much closer than it was before. And with my system, which is very, very, I'd say on the low end of being built out, there are some commanders out there. I have some very good friends that are very into this whole colonization thing, and they just are hauling constantly, and they've got many, many stations in their system. I think almost maxed out to what they can have. And, their economies are flourishing, and they are seeing the ability to say, hey, my starport produces pretty much everything I need, or it produces enough of a couple of commodities that can support colonization in, say, a nearby system. So that is really freaking awesome to see that our designs and our creations are coming to life to extend the galactic economy in real time, and it's really freaking cool. I'm very excited. It is a shot in the arm for colonization. I'll just say that. We got Professor Irene Ralston, head of political history at Olympus Village University, wrote for the Federal Times. It is fair to say that in terms of scale, this is the largest migration event in human history. This migration appears to be fueled by a hope for a new chapter, a chance to become part of the new frontier. No doubt, the upheaval of the recent Thargoid invasion had some influence in the decision-making, but the sheer numbers involved are fascinating. There is a reason that humanity explores space. There is a reason that humanity explores the ocean. There's a reason that humanity explores. You know what that is? The natural desire to explore, okay? We have this kind of internal pull that brings us to unknown frontiers. It is the human spirit, human nature itself drives us into the unknown to experience new things. It's why we get bored. We don't want to do the same thing over and over again. We want to experience new things. And the idea of, even if things are great, sometimes it's really exciting to just pack everything up, shut it all down, and try something new. And that's what a lot of these people are doing. They're leaving. These aren't poor folks that are migrating simply for the hope of making good money or more money. Some of these are really well-off folks. This is a mixture. This, in terms of being the largest migration effort in human history, this is a mixture of everybody. It's high, it's middle, it's low class, it's no class. It's just people with a suitcase, and they're showing up, and they're getting a job. And so, this mixture is building a new frontier, just like they said here. And, it's really exciting to be part of building that for these people. A few years ago, I took a photo in Elite of an Asp Explorer over top of an Earth-like world. And you can see the lights down, you can see the lights on the ground. And I made a comment. And I stand by this comment. how fortunate we are to be commanders. How fortunate are we to be in the sky, flying around in our ships, and doing the things that we do. How fortunate are we to be a system architect, to have the capability, not just the funds, but the resolve and the connectedness between our community members and all the technology that we have. How amazing and wonderful is it to be a commander who can shape the destiny of so many other people. Because I am grateful that I'm not stuck on the ground working a 9-to-5 job, that I'm in the sky flying around in my ship and exploring strange new worlds and building new star systems. And that's awesome. It really is. And so, we've gone from this, hey, it's nice to put my own station down, but putting your own station down has consequences to the point of creating new opportunities for new families and new people. This mass migration is a consequence of our status as commanders among the stars. And so it's really, for me, it's a position that I hold dear and I'm very grateful for, in terms of being able to not have to work a 9-to-5 and be able to boost and fly around in my ship and have my own stations. So grateful for that. It is expected that when economies and populations begin to settle, Brewer Corporation's Trailblazer fleet of megaships, which are currently supply many colonies, will be repurposed for other duties. Man, they're already thinking about shutting down the colony ships. That's crazy. They need to leave them. Brewer Corporation, listen. Just leave the megaships alone. If anything, leave them as a milestone marker for the beginning of humanity's greatest expansion. Okay? Besides, I'm still waiting on us to step our toes into the Thargoids' garden and have them come after us. Brewer Corporation also revealed that it has prepared a variety of custom layouts and decorative suites, allowing architects to visually tailor their new constructions. The latest innovation from the industrial giant is available for deployment from today. Okay, so what that was is, we're talking about today. This article is a couple of days old. So they deployed a new process where you can change the paint skin on certain stations, on the orbital stations. I don't think there's anything available for surface installations yet. But the orbital stations got some skins, got some paint jobs, and oh boy, there's no blue or green. Well, I think there's one that might be green. There's no blue. they have a really nice white one that has yellow. It's white and yellow. Why it doesn't come in white and gray, white and black, or white and red, or white and blue, or just white and anything except color of yellow, I don't understand why, but here we go. So, but that's cool. It'll be nice to see some more customization options as time goes on. But yeah, so there we go. It is the largest migration effort in human history, as people are flocking to the new systems to start a new life. And we, the system architects, trust me, we're not building these things purely for fun. We welcome you to your new home. Hey, everybody, these are the Disciples. If you like what I do here on this channel, a couple things you need to do is, one, like this video, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of the content that I make. Make sure notifications are turned on and all that other stuff. And then leave a comment below. Feed the algorithm. Feed it. Feed the algorithm. And just tell me your thoughts about Brewer Corporation's expansion. And then also go to commanderexorcist.tv/support. Pledge your support through Patreon. These are the Holy Disciples. These are the folks that contribute and help to sustain the work here on the channel. Every new and existing member is greatly appreciated. And that, my friends, is going to be it for today's Taco Tuesday. Like I said, it's so great to be back. And I got to say something before we go. I've been thinking about through the episode whether I was going to say this, but I absolutely love doing this. And Taco Tuesday is so much fun because when I say at the beginning of the episode from a lore perspective, some people, even though I say that, still don't get what I mean. And what I mean is that within this window, the window on the screen here, In this episode, in this video, wherever this is, in whatever existential part of the universe that I exist, the game is real. Okay? Just for this moment, it is real. We are approaching this as if Brewer Corporation is a real corporation. These are real people that are migrating to real stations for real jobs. It's all real. However, that's just in the video and just part of the act, okay? But I always get comments about people that think that I take this too seriously. That's because it's supposed to be serious. That's what this is. Anyway, don't take it too seriously. Enjoy yourself. I'm Commander Exorcist. Take care, fly safe, and I'll see you out there.